Hey, what's going on, fight fans? This is Sean with Boxing Social and Other Sports. Here, waiting to pick up an order from Benihana, but I wanted to go live for a little bit. Can I set this down right here? Yeah, I wanted to go live and talk about this Vasily Lomachenko fight where he just beat Luke Campbell. And I think he has, with the WBC, WBA, no, WBC, WBO, IBF, I think. I forgot what he has. But anyway, we've heard a lot of people in the past that was pound for pound best. We've heard it with Floyd Mayweather's the pound for pound best. We've heard where they said Andre Ward is pound for pound best. One time Roy Jones Jr. pound for pound best. Deontay Wilder pound for pound best. But, they also had at one time Vasily Lomachenko in there as the pound for pound best. So my question to you is, can a person be pound for pound best and have a loss on their record? Is that possible? If we think back, I think it was Lomachenko's, second fight? Was it second or third fight? Where he had that loss, 12 rounds. Orlando Salido, I believe, is the guy that he lost to. And, you got to remember, Lomachenko had 400 fights, right? In the amateurs, if you sneeze on a fighter and he gets a booger on him, they're going to call break and break it up. But he learned the hard way in professional boxing. And Salido knew, man, I'm going to make this a rough, tough fight all the way for 12 rounds. I'm going to hit, hold, punch. Hit, hold, punch. Grab, wrestle, hold, grab, wrestle, hit, hold. And let me tell you something. Lomachenko's never seen nothing like that in his life. And he had to put up with that for 12 rounds. 12 rounds. Needs to say, he lost his very second fight against a crafty veteran, which Orlando was giving everybody a lot of problems. So, you know how that is. But after that, he learned a hard lesson. Like, the ref ain't going to break for people hitting and holding. Like, he's going to let it go on. Especially, these are 12-round fights, championship fights and all that. You're just going to have to learn to fight your way out of it or do something, or you hit and hold yourself. Valuable lesson he learned his second fight. Was the second or third fight of his career. And he went on to dominate. And people would try to hit and hold him, and he learned how to get out of it and hit himself and spin. And he wouldn't let himself get caught on the ropes, and he wouldn't let people really necessarily grab and hold him. So, with all that being said, can Lomachenko be considered a pound for pound best with a loss on his record? I'm curious to see what y'all think. To be qualified as pound for pound best, do you have to be undefeated as a boxer? Listen, can a person start off? I think Bernard Hopkins, he started off with the very first fight of his career, he had a loss. I think he started boxing late in his career, 20s, came out of jail, and he had to learn on-the-job training. He didn't have no amateur career and all the other stuff coming up. And as time went on, and he was beating the likes of Felix Trinidad and Roy Jones Jr. and all that, they start saying, man, this dude is one of the pound-for-pound best. And I'm like, well, he already had like 2 or 3 losses. So how is he pound-for-pound best? So my question to you is, how do y'all measure pound-for-pound best? What all calculates into that? Is it whether you have a loss on your record? Is it based on the class of fighters? Do you have to beat so many former world champions? Do you have to beat so many current world champions? And I think where people get this wrong is they look at Floyd Mayweather's 50-0 record and say that's the standard for pound best. If you can go 50-0, undefeated, what did he face? Over 17 to 22 world champions, I think. I'm not sure. It was somewhere in there that he faced that many fighters. Is that the standard that we go by? Do we have to go by the 50-0 standard of Floyd Mayweather? Or can you have 1 or 2 losses, but redeem yourself, through your career, beat everybody in the top notch in your category, your weight class, and can you still be considered pound for pound best? I don't know. That's a question I got for y'all. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. There's a few people on here. What questions do y'all have? Is there anything on there? Any questions, or I want some feedback from y'all? And right now, with Floyd Mayweather retired, who do y'all have a pound for pound best? After this Luke Campbell dominant win, they're still hailing Vasily Lomachenko as pound for pound best. You got some people saying Canelo Alvarez is pound for pound best. That's another example. Canelo Alvarez lost to Floyd Mayweather, right? And it's his only loss of his career. And of course, he got the draw with Triple G. And then later, the second fight, they have it where they said he beat Triple G, beat Danny Jacobs. He beat a lot of people. I was going to say Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but anybody can basically beat him. Brian Vera beat him. So my question to y'all is, can Canelo Alvarez be considered pound for pound best, even though he lost to Floyd Mayweather, who they considered the pound for pound best? In my own personal opinion is, I don't think you have to be undefeated to say that you're the pound for pound best. I personally believe that you can take a loss early in your career and bounce back and still be not only a champion and not only the people's champion, but you can also become and earn a spot as the pound for pound best. Now, here's another thing. Do you rate pound for pound best per weight category? So, okay, great. Still alive. Somebody just tried to call me. I think there can be a pound for pound overall great, but then that has to be by, yeah. Okay, no problem. All right, let me sign this real quick at Benihana. Leave a nice little tip right there. All right. I don't know if y'all ever been to Benihana. It's a pretty good place. Benihana. Also, it goes by Raw Sushi. Raw Sushi was bought out. Well, they weren't bought out, but Benihana bought out Raw Sushi for some of the dishes that they cook and fix and all that. But anyway, back to my point. I think we're talking about Canelo. Let me see if I can give her this back. She's walking by. But yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. Canelo Alvarez, can he be good? Oh, is it by errors? You got your errors that you have. I always say Floyd was the greatest of our era. And when I say error, within your generation, what you grew up boxing. I have a lot of old school trainers say Sugar Ray Leonard was the greatest of their era. So when I think you say error, I think you have to go by your generation, what you grew up watching. You can't say there's just an overall best. You got people say it wasn't Sugar Ray Leonard, it was Muhammad Ali. Listen, they said Muhammad Ali was the greatest of all time. And listen, you're welcome. And he had how many losses now? So this whole debate about who's the greatest of all time, I think you have to go by era, and you also have to go by weight class, the straw weights, the flyweights, the bantamweights, the super bantamweights, the lightweights, the featherweights, the welterweights, the middleweights, the junior middleweights. So, how many weight divisions is there? Is it 12? 12 weight divisions, I think. Was it straw weight, flyweight? No, straw weight, all the way up to heavyweight, right? I want to say there's 12 divisions. I don't remember off the top of my head. I have to look it up. But anyway, I just want to know your thoughts. How do y'all break down who's the pound for pound best? Listen, you can break it down by the pound for pound best white guy, pound for pound best black guy, pound for pound best Asian dude, pound for pound best, whatever. There's just so many integral things that you can break it down into. But leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me know what you think. Until next time, this is Sean with Boxing, Social, and Other Sports. We're signing out.